The fact that Jarvan can hover around so often. Weevil though feeling confident in his Syndra in this matchup here.
One of the things to note with this matchup now,
aggression. Looks like they're going to try to steal this red out. Pulling Afari from lane, he says, yeah, Hooney's not there, we're going to have to 2v2. Smite goes over, that's going to be blanks, and they're actually going to get the fight onto Hooney. This may have to be a flash out for him. Flag and drag misses Alfari. Vision's there. A kill onto Alfari. First blood to Hooney.
Now able to push in the bottom lane, and now Max on Quarterfinal. Good trades from Alfari once again. It's important if you can actually get Hooney low enough that Hooney is afraid when it comes to hitting the tower.
Back at blue buffs on the mid laner, so they will continue to fight. Alfari leaves just to be safe, and that's going to be top turret for Hooney.
Faker's also trying to make sure that Weevil's not leaving the mid lane by walking forward.
So Voyage, right, just to the top side of mid. It's going to be a shot back onto Power of Evil. He's going to take a lot of damage. Bang! Gets taken out. And it looks like Power of Evil stays alive on the backside. One more kill coming through, and that's going to be Blank as Misfits finally pressure the mid lane
to winning their first 2 games. But in the following game, in game number 4, that was a long game. They played admirably in the mid and late game stages, and we'll see how well they can match up against SKT here.
Yeah, the concern for Misfits is the fact that Hooney will be winning the side lane split push.
Much like Misfits were, a bit of damage on the turret, aggro in that lane, and then catch the rotation. And SKT
Drake for a very big objective for them.
Picking it up this
back towards 2050
Are you with us?
MSI, where Europe was considered by many a super weak region coming into it.
The Equinox finished up for Wolf here as they are favoring the vision, and they're favoring the movement of that Abyssal Voyage to get themselves into fight.
Side lane all the time, and it's on the other 4 members of Misfits to actually start a team fight. So Alfari has something he can...
Misfits would really like to get their second here. Well, Hansama's already getting ulted in.
Lantern, Dark Passage to safety. Ignar missing the hook as the Dragon had stepped out of the pit, so he's waiting for that cooldown to come back up. Scuttle Crab is going to go over to SKT, so they have a bit of that control as Power of Evil goes on to Faker, throws down everything he has for the slow, so
he's going to Baron.
Guarantee that scatter. Blast is just over the taunt! Hooney gets himself in a position to possibly make a play, but there's still too much follow-up. This does give SKT
no way to sustain back up.
Power of Evil, blast cone over, puts everything on Hooney. 50 seconds just on the outside of that pink ward. Another one placed in. Faker trying to get the damage down. Weaver's wall cuts on Power of Evil and Ignar. They are on to Wolf first, and that means they'll be able to take him down. Wolf flashes to safety. Towards the mid side. It's going to be a shock blast from Hooney to see if he can grab it. Alfari stands in front and
starting up this Baron.
And we said as he was looking for some mistakes.
Hooney goes down immediately.
So while
solo kill, Power of Evil.
While the rest of Misfits not been able to punish you over here, we got another fight.
That's the fight. Cataclysm goes in. Ignar falls just
as fast. The bang of Faker.
Wolf's going to be there in the front. Scatter with those, so he's there a bit out of
range. Is in there.
Pull these ones in.
That's
Elder Drake going over to Blank, and they're going to be heading towards the fight. Here comes Hooney. Obliterates Power of Evil. He had no chance to get out. Hansama falls, and Misfits is heading for their base.
Yeah, they're going to lose a lot of kills here. This could be the Baron for SKT. Bang looking for one more.
One more shot from Bang. Looks like Blink was going to give him the range, but Rapid Fire comes back up, and he finds it himself. 4 down for Misfits. SKT takes control.
And SKT, they sit back and they just wait and wait and wait, and then they find the openings. They're now pushing in for the inhib.
They could actually look to end the game here. There's still a long time on these death timers. Alfari has not come back, and SKT, I think they're going to do it.
SKT, 5 games in, trying to avoid elimination, and they have done so. SK Telecom T1 will be your second team in the semifinals, claiming victory over Misfits Gaming.
What a series between SKT and Misfits. What a game 5 as well. Low on kills. So many small fights happening, so many moves between the 2 teams, and SKT were just waiting for an opening. They were waiting for a mistake, and they found it in the end, and then they punish instantly. They even get the Elder Drake because Blank smites it. Misfits stepped away from Barons, didn't want to risk 50-50s. Took it at the Elder Drake, and they lost it. Win that Elder Drake smite fight, and you win that team fight.
Definitely agree, but they felt like they had to go for it because both the globals were used at Alfari. Hooney was going to have TP advantage, and I don't think they were willing to take that sort of a game where Huni could get in and chip down that inhibitor, where SKT could have map control because they are too good, and SKT wins again.
Bowing to the crowd and heading back, thinking, how did this get to a game 5 as well? SKT, many more games to go.
Of course, but so much credit over to Misfits. Like, what a performance in this series. So few people thought they could do anything against SKT. Game 1 was a complete stomp, 25 minutes in favor of SKT. And then they bounce back with these off-meta picks. We get Leona, we get Blitzcrank. They win 2 games in a row. And even in the slow games here, game 4 and 5, they were so close to actually beating SKT. It was definitely not a late game just purely in favor of the Korean team.
It certainly wasn't. I mean, both games, really, they were one team fight away from being able to take the game.
And the crowd loves them.
A very well-deserved cheer coming from the crowd here in Guangzhou, China. And I'm sure all Misfits fans are very proud of this performance here at Worlds, from challenger to almost champion killers.
I mean, you just have to love this team.